Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It is in the middle of September, and I'm finally getting around to recording this month's animal messages for September. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I am so sorry for the delay this month in recording the animal messages for September. As many of you know, my father passed away unexpectedly at the very end of August. And I just haven't had the space to breathe, even not so much from the grief. It's more about my mother needs full-time care, and my father was the primary caregiver. And so my sister and I have been scrambling, making sure that she's not left alone while we look for people to help us, while we look for places for her to live. And so it's been a whirlwind of a month. And of course, now that we're starting to get some things in place. We won't be completely routinized, I don't think, until October. But at least for now, we're getting some things in place. And so, of course, now the grief is really kicking in. So, which is why, though, that I feel like today I just needed to record maybe a bit of an abbreviated animal messages for September. Just because there's been, I've had a couple of sessions, not many. It may be a little hard to have a session with me just over the next coming weeks. I'm trying to open up slowly, but also allowing myself that time to learn what it feels like to not to be in this life without my dad, who, sorry, I'm going to cry. Who I always knew where he was. Like right now, I'm facing north, and he was always to the west. And when I lived in Alaska, he was always to the southeast. So I always knew where he was, and I knew where I was because of where he was. And so I feel a little unmoored right now. And that is something that I'm trying to process. So, however, Lukas, my fabulous dog, is helping me stay incredibly grounded. Usually at my feet. He's out in the hallway right now, but usually he's at my feet and helps me make sure, as well as my husband, that I get outside, that I go visit my favorite trees, that the deer have been walking by my house a ton, and just experience all the things and get outside as much as I can when I'm not taking care of my mom. So that being said, I do want to say that all of the sessions that I had in August was really kind of interesting. That where they were all headed. And the biggest message of all for this month, based on all of the messages that came through for August, the overwhelming theme was take a leap of faith. And not so much just like take a leap of faith that, the universe has you, but it's more about belief in ourselves. And I will tell you that if there's one thing I'm learning out of my dad's passing, is that I can handle this, and I can handle all the things that I need to do for my mom. It's really interesting, right? Like when a parent dies, at least in my situation, because my mom requires so much care, it's you quickly become the adult, or you become the parent, when you weren't used to doing that before. And it's, you don't have a choice, but you have to believe in yourself, and you have to take that leap of faith that you've got this. And Lukas, I will tell you, shows up for me all the time to help me do that too, as I mentioned before. But in all of the sessions that I had in August, this theme of taking a leap of faith in yourself, stepping into that belief, letting all these negative beliefs about ourselves go. They don't serve us, as we know, and many of us have been working on this for quite some time. I know I've been actively working on this for well over 5 years. And it's like, okay, now just let it go and drop it. We have to trust this work that we do on ourselves. We have to trust ourselves, and we have to trust this wisdom that we have, this innate wisdom that we know we possess, that is divinely connected, that is from the universe. So, continually trust your gut. That's why you have a solar plexus, right? I mean, that's where a lot of that, as well as the sacral, right? All of that, and even your root chakra, you can feel, even in your heart, you can feel when something's good for you or not good for you, and your body will give you signals in other ways. So trust it, trust it, trust it, and take that leap of faith in yourself. Um, just also, allow your animal to come alongside you and help you ask for help when you are like, for example, for me, when I'm starting to go through a little cycle of grief, if you will, and I know like, okay, well, I could do this to get this schedule figured out for my mom, or I could do this to get some of this stuff figured out. I have to allow myself to move through that. And Lucas actually will come by my side and go, okay, it's time for you to take a rest for a minute. It's time for you to focus on what's going on inside. So watch your animals, because they will tell you when it's time for you to either ground yourself, when it's time to take a break from trying to do all the things, and you may just be ignoring what really needs to transpire, or even if you're ignoring what you actually need for yourself to move forward. So allow your pets, your animals, even though animals in nature, to show you where is it that you can believe in yourself. I mean, even when I would be at my parents' condo after my father passed, or even while he was actually home recuperating for a little while, and then things went south. So even while I was there, many times Lucas was with me, and he would just always make sure to lay across my feet. And he's a 70-pound dog, which was lovely, but it was also 90 some degrees, and my parents don't like air conditioning, so it was hot. But and he was hot as a sled dog, right? But he would lay across my feet and say, now, like, just be here with me now. Just breathe as I breathe. So your animals can do very simple things like that, but they can also do some behaviors to really kind of grab your attention, things that may even aggravate you that you're like, what the heck? And they're trying to get you to see what is it about their behavior that is really bugging you, that you can go, why does that bug me so much? And take those steps back and look and see what that is. Does it remind you of something from your childhood? Does it remind you from a pattern that keeps repeating with friends? What is it that's there that you can let go, that you can take that leap of faith for yourself and into your own wisdom and trust your gut? So for right now, the biggest things that you can take a look at too, as you navigate this leaping of faith and trusting yourself, is breathing, taking some really good deep breaths. Make sure you take those belly breaths. Also grounding and asking for help. That one's been a huge one for me, is asking for help. My sister and I have needed to ask for help in ways we're not used to, because we were taught by my mom and dad that we can get through it together. The four of us could get through things together, which is true. And we also could get some help. And we've had so many offers, and we've also learned how to ask and say, I need you to come and do this then. And it's been actually pretty eye-opening. So, and again, Lucas has been with me the entire time. So again, for September, the animal messages are taking a leap of faith, and leap of faith really in yourself. Have faith in yourself. You cannot get this wrong. You do it your way. It may take you longer than you think. You may go around a traffic circle a couple times. You may actually take a wrong turn. But again, there's no wrong. There's only right. And it's just exploring all those ways. That's the key. So take that leap of faith for yourself. And I hope to see you at the beginning of October with animal messages for that month. Take really good care. And for everybody who's reached out and expressed their condolences, I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. I have many emails that I haven't had the strength to answer yet, and I really hope to do so probably next month. We'll see how well things go. So thank you very, very much. Please take really good care of yourself this month, and I will see you soon. And please know how grateful I am for all of you. Thank you.